Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And it's time for another daily dose of Dismal Disney. We're going to talk about Tron Ares, and it looks like critics really hate this movie. Now, disclaimer,
it's not looking good.
We have not seen it yet. We are going to go see it probably tomorrow, and we'll let you know what we think about it. But so far, people are not impressed. They said it looks good, but it's basically Morbius with LED lights.
I was hearing that the music's good, some of the visuals are good, but it's mostly like you thought it was going to be in our world.
Yeah.
And they said the characters and the story and that just are not great.
So, did anybody expect this movie to be great? I mean, seriously.
I don't know. I'm tired of Tron without Tron.
Yeah, I was out when they said, well, first they said, hey, Jared Leto. I'm like, nah. And then they're like, oh yeah, Jared Leto. And it's not even a sequel to Tron Legacy. So we don't have any of those characters. And Bruce Boxleitner wasn't even asked to be in it.
Yeah. And then they're talking about like, leading up to this, we talked about this before, until about a week ago, all the promos leading up to this were stupid, like fashion show, Jared Leto and company in their outfits. Until like about a week ago, I wasn't seeing much of anything, no trailers or things that make me interested. They finally put a trailer up, talk about the nostalgia angle of it.
Yeah.
Like a week or so ago. And I was like, oh, finally, you guys realized that just putting fashion shows up wasn't going to sell tickets.
Yeah. But we'll see, because the box office tracker is still saying it's going to do $50 million this weekend. How?
I don't believe it. I'm sorry. They're saying that, and they're saying they think it's going to do 40 to 50 something overseas too. So
yeah.
I think it's going to come in around like right under like 100 million or so. I'm like, I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong. I really don't think so.
So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com. Check out the links to our videos. If you guys are not getting notified on YouTube, I know some of you aren't. If you subscribe over here, it doesn't cost anything. You will get notifications every time we put a new video up. And also we have paywalled content. So thank you for that. So yeah, these headlines aren't good.
No,
the Telegraph.
The reviews aren't good.
Tron Ares is so bad it makes you wish AI would hurry up and destroy Hollywood.
Yeah.
We've got, let's see, Tron Ares has critics pulling no punches in their scathing reviews. So currently it's sitting at 53% on Rotten Tomatoes currently. Now,
it was 55 yesterday.
Yeah, so it's dropping. But to be fair, none of the Tron movies have done well with the critics. Tron Legacy has a 51% and a 64% popcorn meter.
Okay, I feel better because I don't like it. And a lot of people are like, oh, I like it so much, which you're allowed to like it. That's cool. I'm glad you do. I never liked it.
The original Tron has 61% and 69% popcorn meter. And yeah, it was a very weird choice. I think the only reason this movie got made, to be honest, was they have a roller coaster. Because it's so long after the last Tron. Like, yeah, I know it was like 30 years or whatever between Tron and Tron Legacy, but they were going to do a follow-up to Legacy that actually, continued the story, presumably had Tron in it, and then it got canceled because of Tomorrowland not doing good, I guess.
I never understood that. But Tomorrowland, like I said, it would have been good if they had stuck to the beginning of the movie premise.
Yeah, Tomorrowland was half of a good movie. It was, but
I don't know what they were smoking on that one.
I remember we went to go see Tron Legacy in 3D. Remember when 3D movies were a thing?
Yes, and I remember I was sick after watching it, and I was like, I couldn't walk straight for like 2 hours.
It's because of the movie, yeah.
Yeah, it's because of the movie. Real quick, I just happened to go look at the time we'd be going to go see the movie tomorrow, and there are no seats sold.
Okay, so yeah, that is telling, because I mean, I know it's not the best bellwether, but this particular theater is a normie theater, and when it's full, we know the movie's going to do well. When Minecraft was sold out, we knew it was going to do well.
Two seats sold for the showing that's later in the day, or like the nighttime showing. I'm looking. Oh, it's a Thursday, so let me go to Friday. I'm looking at Friday. What showing is this? I don't know what time this one is, but the first one, there's no seats sold. Friday, the next one, there's no seats sold. The fifth screening, 7 p.m. Okay, tells me here. 7 p.m. There's 3 seats sold for Friday.
3 seats for opening. Oh my God.
And then at 9:15, there are no seats sold on Friday. Saturday, 1:30, no seats. 4:15, no seats. 7 o'clock, 2 seats on Saturday. And 9:15, no seats sold on Saturday.
Are we sure? Are we sure about that $50 million opening?
I don't know. I'm looking. Sunday at 1, 3 seats sold. Sunday at 4, 2 seats sold. Sunday at 7, none. People buy tickets when they get there too, but you know, Sunday at 9:15, none. So we're talking like less than 10, or maybe about 10 seats sold, something like that over the course of the weekend. Maybe 12. It wasn't that many.
Yeah, that's not good. This comes from Yahoo Entertainment. Tron Ares is game over for most critics. The movie completely sucks.
That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah, so let's see what they have some snippets here. There's one flawless victory of a review at RogerEbert.com. Matt Zoller Seitz gave the film a perfect 4-star rating, raving, Tron Ares is spectacularly designed, swiftly paced, thoughtfully written, and directed within an inch of its neon-hued life.
Okay, so wait, like, so they get paid? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was right on the nose. It was 12 seats total for the whole weekend.
Most of the headlines I've seen
they're not great.
Bad,
but it's a mixed bag when you go over to Rotten Tomatoes, but the majority, even the ones that are considered fresh, if you read the review, they're like they're considering this a fresh score, but they do.
Yeah. It's let's look at some of these. See Blu-ray.com. Ronnie makes a proper thrill ride with The Offering, which remains immense fun as it figures out a new way forward for the saga while playing with the past. This one says, Den of Geek says it's a cash grab. What cash? I'm never say never, right? But I do not believe for a minute this movie is going to make $45-50 million domestic this weekend. I just don't think.
I don't believe so either.
If you can set aside your critical thinking for the runtime, Tron Ares is a fun blockbuster. Visually electric and sonically booming. It's a thrill ride. There's absolutely nothing to engage. This is coming from Metro. Nothing to engage with this hollow, boring, airless, and sexless movie. There's not enough sex in Tron.
Tron? What Tron were you watching?
This guy from Movie Show Plus says, ironically, this movie did not remind me at all of the 1980s. It was more reminiscent of the mid-90s when big-budget CG movies and filmmakers became so enamored in the technology they created giant eye-popping yet soulless spectacles.
Wow.
CBR. Movie leaves off with an obvious tease at the next installment. So did Legacy, and guess what? It didn't happen. I left the theater less than enthused about sitting through another one.
Oh, that's not good.
So this is a positive. Ultimately, Tron Ares is a visual spectacle, but a soulless one that could have offered so much more.
Yeah, that you're seeing that a lot. Like even the positive ones, a lot of them are just like it was pretty. That's usually what a lot of them are. There's new ones here that I didn't see yesterday, but at least for yesterday, that's what they kind of were like. Of course, you have people like Rachel Leichman saying it's great, and you have what's her name, Grace Randolph saying it's great.
Yeah, yeah.
From that alone, I know it's probably going to be sucky.
I don't know. I mean, look, there are some movies I've loved that had really bad critical scores, but
it could be good.
But again, Tron's a weird one. Like I love Tron for nostalgia reasons. I love the aesthetic of Tron, but if I'm being honest, the original Tron was kind of, I just watched it not too long ago. We were sick in February and I watched it. It was a lot slower than I remember it being.
Well, yeah, back then it was an 80s movie. So yeah.
Yeah. And then Legacy, I know you didn't like it. I actually liked it, but I haven't watched it in several years. So
I thought the visuals were good, but I'm sorry. You don't have a Tron movie if you don't have effing Tron in it.
Well, I think we're getting another Tron movie without effing Tron. Well, definitely is not effing because they said it was sexist.
Well, you joked. So. You said, what's it going to be like at the end? It's going to be like, oh, he's actually Tron.
I am waiting for that.
A different version of Tron.
I have not read any spoilers.
That would be the most asinine, up your own ass move ever. So yeah, Jared Leto would totally do it.
He would. He'd be like, oh, I get to be Tron. Yeah, no, I totally could see that happening. Again, I haven't read any spoilers, but that was my first thought was, okay, Jared Leto is supposed to be a super fan of Tron. He would totally make himself Tron.
But he didn't even, try to get Bruce Boxleitner in there. Yeah, I'm a super fan of Tron as long as I'm Tron or whatever. You know what I mean?
They didn't call him. He said during that for me, that did it. I mean, he wasn't mad about it. He said, support the movie anyway. But what pissed me off was I'm like, it's not even a sequel to Tron Legacy. Like, we've got none of those characters are coming back. It's like an offshoot of Tron. And I guess parts of it they were going to use in the third Tron movie, but it's not what they originally intended. And I just don't care. I just don't. And Jared Leto, I mean, if it was anybody else, I might have actually been a little more interested. I'm like, God, I'm tired of seeing Jared Leto and everything.
I mean, he's not at Pedro Pascal level yet.
At least he's not quite Pedro Pascal.
Being annoying and everything. But I'm sorry, I don't understand. Like, every time this guy's in a movie, it doesn't do well. And they just keep putting him in more movies. I just don't understand it.
I don't know. A lot of people starting to bring up his questionable antics with groupies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I'm tired of looking at him. He ruined the Joker. Morbius was dumb. I don't care.
I don't know what he's going to do with Skeletor. He's probably going to be Keldor most of the time.
Well, he looks like Keldor. He does look like Keldor. So I'll give them that. I think he'll be Keldor most of the time because that's what they do at these movies. Side tangent. I hate this. I hate that they do this. Characters that are supposed to be masked or use prosthetics are supposed to look very different than human, right? What they always do is because the actor has a contracted amount of face time so they can basically sell themselves for the next movie, is they always walk around with the mask off. See Marvel. They're always walking around with the mask off.
He's a Mandalorian and they made sure he had his mask off. It's like, well, that makes no sense.
It makes no damn sense. And what they'll do is they'll be like, yeah, he'll be Skeletor for the last 10 minutes of the movie, probably. Don't know for sure, but if I had to guess, just based on the way these things tend to work out, we can't have him covered up with makeup or CGI the whole time.
I didn't hate him as the Hatbox Ghost, though.
Because he was covered up with CGI the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
No, he actually was pretty good as a Hatbox Ghost. I didn't catch it was him at first, but yeah, he was actually pretty good. I mean, so he's got a relationship with Disney. I don't know.
He reportedly had a relationship with a lot of women that were younger, but that's a whole other story.
We'll see. I mean, I'm not believing for a minute this thing is
no, I'm not, because by now, usually, if a movie's supposed to be like a big blockbuster tentpole franchise thing, you have way more than 12 seats sold. And I mean, yeah, granted, we live in a smaller area.
Yeah.
That being said, usually there's more than 12 seats sold.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll go see it. We'll let you know what we think. It might be one of these movies that if we go see it, since our expectations are on the floor, we might actually walk out of it and be like, you know what? That wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen. Second worst, third worst, maybe, but not the absolute worst movie I've ever seen.
I mean, it's possible critics hate it and audiences love it. I don't think that's probably going to happen, but it's very possible. I
don't think it's going to happen. What were the predictions for Morbius? I'm trying to remember. I think Morbius, they had that one was supposed to make all kinds of money, and then once word got out that it was dog shit, nobody went to see it.
It wasn't good.
So then we had to have Morbin time to try to save face, right?
Yeah, so now it's going to be Tron time. It's Ares time.
It's Ares time. I still, again, don't know the spoilers. Watch him be Tron. He's going to go like, I'm going blue now, bitches. I fight for the users, motherfuckers.
Yeah, my memories are coming back. They're pixelated because they're old, but there they are, and it's like flashbacks of throwing the disc in and stuff. And I'd be like, oh my God, I haven't seen anything or read anything, but so help me God.
I haven't, but that's just my guess. That's my guess. It'd be funny if he got out like the old Atari cartridge, the old Mattel cartridge, and like stuck it in his forearm or something. It's like, it's all coming back to me now.
I don't think they're going to do that. But yeah, I saw his disc as like a triangle and stuff, and I was like, whatever. I care. I really don't know.
I don't really care either.
Tron, that's what makes me so sad about it. I'm like, please don't suck, but it probably will.
You know what I liked was discs of Tron, like the actual walking. I don't know if those of you listening, if you're old enough to remember this, like I am, but one of my favorite arcade cabinets of all time was the Deadly Discs of Tron and Discs of Tron.
Yeah,
inside.
There was a question. They were asking him questions like, see how much of a super fan he was, and he was getting them all right, and that was one of the ones because they used to play at the arcade all the time too.
Yeah, it was awesome. You'd actually walk into the cabinet. It was upright. You'd walk into it. And it was like surround sound. For the 80s, it was really cool. And it had the little knob, and yeah, I felt like I was in the game.
I think he has a little knob too, but that's a whole other story.
Hey, baby, you want to touch my joystick? Turns blue. Turns blue when you touch it.
Which is a blue or red? Either one, you need to see a doctor.
Oh my God! All right, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yes.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
For more pop culture news, views, and rants, go to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com.